I want to talk about, you're almost at your 50th cap, which is an incredible achievement for someone who's reached it so quick. What are your reflections on your journey from 1 to 49?
Wow, I know someone actually just brought that up to me, that I was actually on 49. Missing the last camp, I missed my chance to get it at home. Hopefully I'll get number 50 down in Suriname. But no, it's been quick at the same time. To think about it, I only came into the program a couple years ago and already have 49 caps. But at the same time, I look around the team, and there's so many guys that are even younger than me that already have more than 50. So it's been pretty crazy to think about the amount of football we've all played together. Consider where we started in 2021 when I came into the program versus some of the heights we've reached, being whatever World Cup or Copa America. So yeah, it's been amazing. I've enjoyed every moment of it. Representing your country obviously it's something that you dream of doing when you're growing up, and to now I've done it 49 times. Hopefully get to 50, half a century. It's pretty special, and it really puts into perspective how impressive it was for guys like Atiba to hit. I'm not sure what he ended up with, like 108 or something.
Yeah, 105. Yeah.
105, right around that. Yeah. It's impressive. It's a big sacrifice, especially the travel. Just for me, getting from Glasgow, it's tough. Imagine coming from Istanbul and all the places he was coming from.
Yeah.
So it really puts that in perspective, what an honor it is, but also the sacrifice that guys have done and put in to get to some of the amazing numbers of caps they've had for their country, and hopefully I can get up there as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. At the rapid rate that you're on right now, there's been 57 games played since you made your debuts, and you played in 49 of them. That's like a huge percentage of it. I don't think anyone else has played in that many games since that time. Would you ever have imagined when you stepped on that field, that grass field against Bermuda that time, that you'd be here 4 years later? What do you remember about that?
I remember that match I think I came on end of the match. Yeah, Bermuda, that's right. It was Orlando City's stadium, no one there, COVID. It was just such a different time then. It was such a different time. And again, we were at such a different part of our journey compared to where we are now. I was just excited to be in with the big dogs. That was the first camp I got really with Alfonso, Johnny, Atiba, Milan. And at that point, it was like, okay, just enjoy it, try and fit in. To think that was going to be the start of, whatever that number was, it's a pretty high percentage. So it's been special that, whether it's been John or now Jesse and whatever interim we've had, with Mauro, that they've seemed to, think of me as an integral part of the team. And again, it's just something that I'm proud I can be a part of. Whatever little part I can play with this team to, help continue to take us to another level. I've been happy to play the part. Ideally we still have another mountain to climb here, sure, as we build toward 2026. So it's an exciting time for myself, and it's pretty cool to think back that that was Bermuda, Orlando City Stadium, no one there, to where we are now. It's been a big jump, but it's been a great one. It's
been a remarkably fast rise as well. How are you different as a player today than you were then?
Oh, that's a great question. I was actually just thinking about this a couple days ago. Now I'm from where I started when I came into the MLS. I was still learning the position. It really felt like I'd only just started playing right back my senior year of college. So I got drafted by Nashville. I only played the position for about 3 or 4 months. So that first little bit was really just about learning how to be a pro and learning from, we had a great group at Nashville between like Dax McCarty, Walker Zimmerman, a lot of good pros, Dan Lovitz, I learned from, just in terms of how to be a pro, what does a normal day look like, and how to fit into a pro environment. And then to take that into consideration, I was also just learning my position. And then I'm getting called right into the national team pretty quickly after that. So there's a lot that happened in that period. So I did a lot of growth, but I didn't really have a lot of time just to sit back and really kind of process what was going on. Now I'm a little bit older, 26, getting up there in the football world. But now I can see it, and I'm really enjoying this stage of my career in terms of physically feeling strong, but also it's that mental understanding of now, I'm really getting to the point, especially at my position, where I've been seeing so many different pictures now, whether it's been playing in a back 3, back 5 as a wing back, back 4, inverting as a full back. I've seen a lot of different pictures, and it's given me a lot of comfort and confidence that no matter who we're playing against, okay, I can tell what they're doing. I know what I need to do. What's actually most effective against that? And when you hit that, it's definitely it's a good feeling. And often you hear about that from NFL quarterbacks. I find is that it's kind of that inverse relationship. Is as they get older, their body starts to deteriorate, but at some point there's that magical moment when their mind is super strong because they've seen all the defenses, but their arm is still strong in their body, and that's when they kind of hit that magical period. For footballers, it probably comes a little bit earlier, so or the legs start to go probably at an earlier age. But no, I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting into that position, stage of my career, and it's kudos to all the coaches that I've worked with, the players that I've worked with, because they just passed on so much great knowledge that I was trying to be a sponge and pick all it up as much as I possibly can. So hopefully I can continue to do that, and hopefully the legs can hold on for another 5 to 10 years and give me another another really good end of my career, or as I go into the peak here.
It's a credit to you too that you're able to retain it. Like, what do you have strategies? Do you write things down? Like, are you just a football nut that remembers everything?
It's definitely, I think for me, it's being such a football nerd in a way where I just enjoy the sport so much. Just growing up watching it constantly. Like, I always remember I used to just watch game after game, but I wasn't necessarily focusing on a certain position or a certain player and seeing exactly what they did. I was more doing it out of the enjoyment. But then as you kind of become a pro and you really start to see, okay, when I play against this formation, what am I trying to do? And then you go and you watch, some of the top teams, and you then start to look at it a bit of a different tactical sense. Yeah. But no, I'm always the first one in terms of, this is a joke going at Celtic, is that we'll have played the night before and we're in the next morning. By the time everyone's in for breakfast, I've already done my clips with the manager and all the older guys and all the other guys. They give me some stick for it because me and John Kennedy have a really good relationship. Our head coach, the first assistant to Brendan, and me and him do our clips right away, and we love to go through it. We'll sit in there for an hour just dissecting different things, and not just my own clips, but the entire game and understanding, just seeing different things. And for me, that's just something that I really enjoy. And I think that if you really want to make it at the top level, that is something that you need to deep down. It can't feel like a chore. It's something that you really need to want to do, because that is the little percentages that can elevate you to that next level. And I definitely think that it's helped me for sure. Well,
like in any job, passion is everything, no? I can tell you love it. And you're captaining Celtic, you're playing in the Champions League, you're getting goals. Like, it's been a pretty good year for you so far.
It's been working out well. So long may the goals continue. I'm not expecting to stay in such a hot streak with them. I've been a little fortunate in front of goal, but at the same time, it's about putting yourself in a good position. And that's something, again, that we've kind of discussed with myself and the coaching staff, is that, look, use my physical prowess to, if I'm going to overlap, underlap, then while you're up there, why not just get yourself in a more dangerous position? Exactly. So I've been trying to add that into my game slowly but surely. But for me, the biggest thing is how can I contribute defensively? Remain a really solid defender, 1v1, attached to the back line, just being a really solid unit. But then also, with my physicality, it's okay, underlaps, overlaps. And Nick Kuhn's been in great form for me in front of me. Just supporting him and getting into dangerous positions. And so far this year, we've had a really good partnership there. And it's been going well, both domestically and on the European front. So I've been happy with that. And again, we have lofty expectations at Celtic. As well as anyone, it's a massive brand. It's a worldwide brand. So to be able to do that in the European stage, especially with the past couple of results that we've had, we put ourselves in a really good position with this new Champions League format. And I've been lucky enough as well to wear the armband now. And again, I think it was one of those ones where it wasn't lost on me how big of an opportunity that was, and what an honor that is, because this is one of the most famous football clubs and storied football clubs in the world. And I can't imagine that there's a ton of captains that have come from anywhere other than Scotland, Ireland. So to think that, a Canadian boy, a fullback from Canada, was wearing the armband, even if it was only for a one-off match, it was a pretty special experience. And I was glad that it made my family proud. It made a lot of people back home pretty proud, and it's something that I'll definitely cherish.
And those competitive games, because every minute matters, must translate well when you come back here, no? For sure. And again, being in an environment like that where you have 30 top players, top management staff, where everyone's constantly competing for minutes, just be out there and play, and every single minute that you play against any team, you're expected to win, and not only win, but play a certain brand of football, puts a lot of expectations on you, and it's something that I've learned to live with and enjoy. And you have to understand that it's going to take a mental and a physical toll on you, but then when you come back here and you bring that same hunger, you can see it. I mean, we've had so many guys moving around and moving to these massive clubs, massive leagues,
And you can see just the level of intensity and professionalism and just competitiveness has just gone up.
Yeah.
And that's something that we want. You know, if we want to be pushing to be not only a top 30 nation, but you know, ideally a top 20, top 15 in the future, is that you need to have players playing in these competitive environments so that when they come back here, it's not a vacation. It's not, oh, I get to come home and see family for the first time. It's no, I'm here to go and win games and lift trophies. So ideally, that's the path that we're on. It's been great under Jesse so far. We continue to climb that mountain slowly but surely, taking small steps at a time, but at the same time, it's been quite a linear upward trajectory so far. And we know there's going to be bumps, but at the same time, is that we do believe that we have enough talent and that we have the right, you know, coaching staff and everything that, you know, if we really stick to this and buy into it, there's a chance to do something really special here.
You have a right to be confident. Last one for you. Your first 50 caps have been really special as you've taken you to Qatar, you've taken you to Copa America. Any wishes for the next 50? Of course, the home World Cup, a trophy. Like, any wishes in the next 50?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to hit another 50. That'd be great. I think getting out of the group stage in a home World Cup would be really special, playing a knockout game. I've seen the schedule. I believe we're first two in Vancouver, then in Toronto, so ideally I'm in the squad for that. Is it the other way around?
Toronto first, then Vancouver.
And then I think if we get out of the group, we're potentially in, is it Vancouver potentially
if you win
again?
the group, yeah.
So yeah, I dream in the next 50, that would be, yeah, you get out of your group and all of a sudden then you're in a knockout game, ideally with a home crowd, and then anything's possible. That'd be really special, and of course a trophy. We all want to lift trophies. It's something that's evaded us as a national team for a long time. We know it's not easy. We've got some really top teams in our region. But again, this is a great opportunity here with Nations League. It starts with Suriname, so hopefully the 50th cap gets us in the right direction, so that come cap, whatever that is, hopefully 53 or 54, that, you know, we have a chance to lift something. So that's kind of the plan.
That kid from BC, eh, buddy, getting up at 4:30, watching Premier League games, getting to play in a home World Cup in that stadium, that's going to be pretty special.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to need a whole stand to myself with a number of family members, but we'll kick that down the road. I might have to take out a second mortgage. But
Congrats on 50, buddy.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.